HarperCollins presents Oscar's Lion by Adam Barron, read by Isaac Gryn. Chapter 1. When Oscar woke up that Friday morning, he had no idea that a massive and very wild animal had entered his house. He'd been dreaming, images rushing through his mind like a raging river. The dream had seemed important, as dreams can, and he tried to hold on to the churning pictures. They vanished, though. So he sat up, reached over to his bedside table and grabbed it, not just a book. The book. His complete and absolute favourite. Mac and the Lost Truck. Oscar stared at the shiny cover. The book was too young for him now, but he didn't care because it was special. He got out of bed, about to run along the landing to his parents' room, then he stopped. Odd. On a school day, Oscar's parents normally woke him up at 7:15, but the clock on his wall said 7:25. They must have overslept. So Oscar hurried towards their bedroom door, clutched the handle and turned it. He pushed the door open, expecting, of course, to see the familiar sleeping forms of his mum and dad, two long mountain ranges that he still loved climbing on. But Oscar did not see his parents lying there. Their duvet was quite flat. And sitting on it was something that stopped Oscar in his tracks so that all he could do was stare. A lion. A very big and very real male lion. "Ah," said the lion, turning to look at Oscar. Oscar didn't reply. He simply couldn't, of course. He just blinked at the lion's massive head and shaggy black mane, at the huge paw the lion had been licking and was now setting back down on the bed in slight embarrassment. Oscar scanned the bedroom, taking in some bits of paper held down by a paperweight on his mum's dressing table, and a chair on which a pile of clean washing was tottering, waiting to be put away. When he turned back to the bed, the lion grimaced in an apologetic sort of way and winced at him. Oscar swallowed. "Have you seen—" he began. "Yes," inquired the lion, its voice like a rumble of thunder. My... Oscar couldn't say it. "My... parents?" suggested the lion. "Yes," Oscar said, glad for some reason that he hadn't had to say it himself. "Ah," said the lion again. "Were there two of them?" Oscar nodded. "The father tall? Blue pajamas, a little patch at the back of his head where the hair has stopped growing?" "Yes," Oscar agreed without much enthusiasm. "That sounds like—" "And the mother? Blue eyes, blonde hair? I'd say it was more of a golden colour." "Right. But the rest?" "Yes," Oscar said, really wishing he was saying no instead. "And if she was next to my dad, then it definitely would have been her." "Ah," said the lion for the third time. And then it grimaced again, in a way that told Oscar that it had done something. And Oscar had a horrible feeling that he knew what that something was, though he really hoped he was wrong. The lion let out a long and slightly smelly sigh. "It's just—" it began. "Yes," said Oscar. "Well, it's just this whole, being a lion thing." "Is it?" "It most certainly is. One would like sometimes not to be one, to be, perhaps, a hamster, something small and furry, or a budgerigar. A budgie, bright feathers, all flitty here and there and here again. Lovely song, but you're not one of those?" "No," the lion said. "As you can see, I am not. And that's hardly my fault, is it? I mean, you couldn't suddenly stop being you, could you, and be, say, a peacock?" Oscar couldn't really argue with that. It'd be very difficult indeed. He doubted whether he could even be a different person, let alone a different animal altogether. He had another look round the room and noted again pieces of paper on the dressing table and the washing. Everything seemed completely normal. If there was no other explanation for the absence of his parents,
Sample complete. Ready to continue?